Hello, and welcome to the We Are Power podcast. If this is your first time here, the We Are Power podcast is the podcast for you, your career, and your life. We release an episode every single Monday with listeners in over 60 countries worldwide, where you'll hear personal life stories, top-notch industry advice, and key leadership insight from amazing role models. As We Are Power is the umbrella brand to Northern Empowerment Awards, which celebrates hundreds of female role models and advocates every year. This is where you can hear stories from all of our awards alumni and stay up to date with everything MPW Awards and We Are Power. Today we are joined by Julie Nicholson, who is the Managing Director of the wonderful, award-winning, multi-award-winning actually, Dance Syndrome, and the fantastic Becky Rich. What a name. It's like a movie star name, isn't it? Who's the volunteer dance lead and spokesperson and ambassador for Dance Syndrome. Welcome to the studio.
Thank you.
Thank you for having us.
It's great to have you on our cosy couches together. So let's start by, Julie, tell us all about Dance Syndrome.
Dance Syndrome transforms lives, creates joy and opportunity for people with and without learning disabilities, their families, and wider society. And we get the world dancing.
You absolutely do get the world dancing. I think I remember having our celebration event earlier this year over in Manchester, and there was to get the corporate world dancing was a sight to be seen, isn't it? And I think it's the impact that it has, isn't it? Tell us about some of that impact that you've seen that Dance Syndrome has, Julie.
Yeah, so, we really do transform lives. We see an increase in confidence, in self-belief, in communication. Lots and lots of our participants really, really make true friendships by being part of the Dance Syndrome family and joining in with our sessions. And there's a wider impact with the families who have become a whole kind of network together and a community. And then even beyond that, partnerships where we're able to kind of spread our expertise around inclusion and make the world a more inclusive place.
And we talked about the awards earlier this year where you're the commended winner for the Inclusive Innovation category. What did it mean to be in that room? Because I do believe you won the prize for the happiest, most joyful, most celebratory table, and probably the table the last to leave, if I'm honest.
That's Dance Syndrome for you. Oh, it was such an incredible evening. Like, we had such a fantastic time, and to hear our names being announced as the commended award winner was just really wonderful. And it really, for us, it was about representing individuals with learning disabilities and their voices to be heard, and to kind of be in a room of such incredible people and be able to kind of spread the message of who we are and what we do was just such a fantastic thing for Dance Syndrome.
And it might not be obvious to think, well, how is that inclusive innovation? And one of the things we're trying to sort of showcase out that innovation is not just coding and drones and lab coats. It's more than that. It's this human innovation, isn't it? What does that look like to you, that inclusive innovation?
Yeah, so everything that we do is co-led. So we work with a dance artist without a disability and a trained dance leader with a learning disability. And together the two individuals work in partnership, and inclusion threads through all of our work. It's part of our strategy. It's one of our values as an organisation, and we truly believe that by being inclusive, we can be a better society.
100%. Becky Rich, superstar, ambassador, spokesperson. You are so inspiring. And I think inspiring is one of those words that can honestly be overused at times, but not when it comes to you. You've had many challenges in finding work, and now you are leading dance sessions. You're volunteering, creating new opportunities for Dance Syndrome. How has this shaped you personally, Becky?
For me, when I joined Dance Syndrome, the way how it did with my confidence and my determination, and because I did things in such a way that to let people know it's their time to shine, and it's because of the way how personally it did for me was I feel better for myself. And I just love going out and promoting our Dance Syndrome name. And the way that's done for me was of the confidence determination, and also to speak up for everything that I say in my work, because it is, because it really shows me how it's done for me was absolutely everything.
It's amazing. And you can see that. And I see that determination. When we arrived at the studio today, you were already here waiting for us, determined to get in here and determined to get into the studio. And we've talked about impact so much already in this pod, haven't we? And you talk about empowerment a lot, Julie, throughout the whole, it's like a stick of rock, isn't it? Throughout the whole of Down syndrome. What have you learned on your sort of adventure with Down syndrome about sort of leadership and inclusivity?
Yeah, so we really want to give the individuals with learning disabilities a voice, and we really focus on the individual, and that's kind of at the heart of who we are and what we do. And we want to provide opportunities for individuals to shine and to thrive, and that threads through everything that we do. So inclusion is really about empowering individuals to be the best that they can be as themselves. And we really take pride in investing that time and support with each individual. So, yeah.
It is, and you can see it. And boy, going back to the awards this year and coming up, I know I came by your table quite near the end of the night, and there's photos galore and cheers galore and smiles galore. And obviously you've just had great success over in New York recently, winning more awards. Was it 4 Stevie Awards out there, wasn't it?
4 Silver Stevie Awards on the back of 2 Gold Stevie Awards in October in Istanbul. So being recognised at an international level now is incredible for our organisation.
My goodness, that is phenomenal, isn't it? It's like, which way next?
Yeah. Well, this is all part of Jen's dream, and Jen's dream is all about world domination. And I feel that over the last year, we're really making waves in that. I've just come back from a trip to Japan, been there for 2 weeks. One of our other dance leaders, David Corr, is representing us in Bilbao in Spain today, in fact. And Jen was in New York collecting the awards. So within a week, we've been in 3 different countries around the world.
How long have you been with Down syndrome?
3 years.
And did you ever think that this where you would be now?
No,
then?
Not at all. No.
It's no wonder now that, Becky, you're a huge part of Down syndrome. No wonder we need a spokesperson and ambassador, that's the role that's been created for you because of your determination, the confidence you show. What inspired you to take on this role, and what do you enjoy most about it?
What I like to have for everyone is that as Down syndrome, we want to let people around the world to know about Down syndrome, what we do, because we have a absolutely amazing work that we all do as a charity, and with the to let everyone know in other parts of the world and the rest of the world to know about us, because we all are amazing, and it's our time to shine, and there's so many of us to have that shine as well, because it is vitally important, because of the way how I'm very impressed by my fellow leaders, because they to take on like Tokyo, Japan, and New York, and now Bilbao, David Corr. But for me was that I really love countries over abroad to see how they can know about Down syndrome. It's been on the we got the YouTube channel, we got the website, everything, so we can actually now put this out, because it's been put out already all over the world now. But I like those to understand, to believe in yourself, that you can do anything, and to show that you belong in society, and we all love everyone, and to accept yourselves, that because we understand fully about it, that we don't like to leave someone out, because we don't do that, because that we have that way about us that they can help them to join and with us as a whole again. That I just want the whole world to know about Dance at Zero, and to see if they can in any way to collaborate if they feel free to, and for them that I would say yes, because Dance Zero that is to now, because we have gone global and internationally now because of the Stevie Golden Awards, what Jim was saying before. And because of that meant now we can take on the whole world for everyone to know about us. Yes.
Becky versus the whole world. I can see that on a t-shirt before we even start here. Have you travelled? Have you been to many places with Down syndrome?
Because at the moment that abroad meant like dance artists that have to go because I'll do the dance teaching and things like that. And if it was for me, I've been to other countries even before Dance Zero. Even before that, I've been on holidays every year until when lockdown happened. That meant that we cannot. And I just always love to go out there and see what there is, and to be a part of the wonderful adventure that we are on. And with countries, I know because I did put the word out at one time, that is a few years ago now. But with countries that as of now, that means that I now know that so with my dancing family, because it is, that it's more for the dance artists to go out. So, yeah.
Becky, do you want to talk about travelling to Edinburgh, and also you've been to London for Down syndrome a few times?
Yeah, and we did do the Edinburgh Fringe.
Oh, amazing.
And we did it for about 3 years now. And it's because of the with Edinburgh Fringe meant to show how talented we all are, and to celebrate that on a bigger platform. Because with the Edinburgh Fringe meant that I got interviewed at one time with the former manager, because I got interviewed in Edinburgh for the achievement of the Fringe, but that's a few years ago. That now, but we had a massive success on the Edinburgh Fringe platform. So yeah, we did.
And what about London? Who did you see in London? Or
in London, we had been back a few times. One of them was that it was to do with another awards like that, but that because we weren't then known, but we had met one particular fantastic and wonderful lady. It was Sue Perkins, and that we met her because we've at that time that it was to do with the small awards, the small business awards, but it meant it was not directly to us. No, we were there performing with another dance group in London, and we really did put a great big show on for everyone. So we did.
Do you want to talk about Buckingham Palace and Downing Street?
Oh my goodness, Becky, you've been everywhere. I hope you got tea and biscuits, is all I'm saying.
When I got invited to Buckingham Palace, it was to do with our late Queen, and I will mention about her because I will, and I miss her. I really do. But going back to that time in 2019, I had the chance to go with my dad. And it's to do with at that time was actually a secret, but I can now say now because of this year now, that it was because of the award that it was the voluntary services for the Was it
It was the Queen's Award for Voluntary Services.
Amazing.
Was it the MBE groups? That was the one. And it's because of the we already did that it meant for me going, because originally it was Jen that went because she did. But the reason why I did is because that we don't want that award to be withdrawn. No. So I knew then to go off and do that.
See, so wait a minute. So you had a secret with the Queen, is what you're saying?
Well,
You
no,
kept
not
it-
really,
I
no.
mean,
It's because it was just in that time. It was back then in 2019, and when now it meant to look back at that had shown for me to have my afternoon tea with them. That's what I did, and it's because that I'm really, really patriotic, very, and because we all are, but me in particular, because I really am, and to hear our national anthem being played, I was absolutely really happy, and I had tears of being so proud to be patriotic, and that moment for us was absolutely outstanding.
it's a moment you'll never forget, isn't it? It's amazing. And the Queen, I miss her too.
Yes, at that
amazing,
time.
amazing role model.
It was really funny because she happened to be in one of the rooms in Buckingham Palace. So she was like watching down on all of us to see how we're all getting on. And I really did thoroughly enjoy that. But to be with them, because family to family, and to them, the royal family, I've always had this great love for the royalty. I did.
So you took the dance family to the royal family. I love that. And the Queen was snooping on you by the sound of it. But Julie, you've talked about the inspiration, the impact, you've created a place to shine. There's people that are watching or listening today that want to create a community of impact, but just don't know where to start. Is there any advice you would give to someone out there go, I want to do that? I'm really passionate about this. I want to go global with my community, or I want to start small. What top tip would you pass on?
Just go for it. Just believe in yourself and believe in your idea, and just go for it. And the amount of people that will help you on the way is incredible. And we are so fortunate that we've had so many supporters. We wouldn't be here where we are today without all of those people. And if anybody is thinking about starting up something, please come and talk to us. We're really happy to share our story and our experience. We've not always got it right. And sometimes we do face challenges, but we work together as a team, and we work through everything. And we are here today because everybody is 100% committed to who we are and what we do.
And you can sense that. You can sense the pride. Dad Simon's here as well. You can't see him over there, but he's, is that family pride and that family movement, isn't it? That it's made, and it takes an army, doesn't it? This doesn't just happen by luck. And so many great achievements have happened.
We truly are a dancing family, and that includes everybody. Parents and carers would say they're part of the family, the team, supporters, partners. Now Northern Power Women Awards are part of
honouring Northern Power Women family. Becky, you've had so many great achievements, and you are a true ambassador and spokesperson. You've had the Queen spy on you. You've been to number 10. You've been to Edinburgh at the Fringe. You've led dancing sessions. You've been a Queen's baton relay bearer. But what is the thing that you are most proud of so far? Because it is so far.
For me, it's just of everything really, because to let everyone know about these opportunities that I have, to show to others now that these are new, exciting opportunities, and there's a whole world out there waiting for you. Because to have to someone like myself that will benefit from dance, meaning that exciting opportunities, and it's about believing in yourself, because the things now at times that when you have to understand that, because we all of you that you belong in society. 'Cause I speak up for inclusion and many other things as well, because it shows to them that what it could mean because of these opportunities are memorable, that to remember that for a long, long time, because these are sort of like the opportunities that I'm also speaking up for: equality and gender equality and everything, because as a whole it just means that when someone that understands it, that would mean that someone like me will understand to say that we all love you and we understand fully, because we understand that about the acceptance and to be accepted into society, but it's about understanding that we all are here for you, and yeah, really, yes, and we just go out there, go for it, and you should too.
And enjoy every moment, right? Enjoy every
Absolutely,
bit.
yes.
Julie, amongst world domination, global domination, what's next? What can we look out for?
So Down syndrome has a really exciting and ambitious strategy called Vision 2030. And part of that strategy is developing our children and young people's offer. So we've predominantly always worked with adults, but we want to expand our provision now and work and have dance sessions available for all ages, from early years through to adulthood, and have those progression pathways for people to move up to the next step, and that ensures that more people are dancing.
And one last question. If you had a magic wand, what would you do to create that inclusive, shining magic world? What would you do?
What would you do, Becky, if you had a magic wand?
For me, I would just say the whole world dancing, because my best friend, Jen, I love her. I really do. What she had done for all of us. I just want the world to understand about inclusion, the dignity, the pride, and respect. And because of that, meaning for the world as well, just to get along and like respectful, and just having the thing that I want to tell those is, you are not alone. No.
Wow, amazing. Julie, Becky, superstars, magicians, inspiring. And you brought shine into our studio today. Thank you so much for joining us. Please keep connected with everything the Down syndrome family, because that's what you are, and the extended family watching out there today. Please get involved. Please get in touch. Thank you so much, Becky and Julie, for doing this today, and I look forward to seeing you next time.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Subscribe on YouTube, Apple, Amazon Music, Spotify, or wherever you get your podcasts. Leave us a review or follow us on socials. We are power_net on Insta, TikTok and Twitter. Or We Are Power on LinkedIn, Facebook. And We Are _power on YouTube.